It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And it's coming up next.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Justice Hill to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. That's caught downfield by Waddle. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
On first and 10, here's Tua. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up second down.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's over the middle, caught by Tyreek. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Jackson now to throw on first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raven 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll drop this one down to Hill.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the give, here's Henry. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
No motion over Flowers. A 1st down throw for Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Likely in motion. To throw is Jackson. To the tight end Likely. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Again, it's Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Ravens are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Bateman is the motion man. And he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll toss it here to Achane. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Tylan Wallace deep for Baltimore. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Second down and 8. They'll go again here with Henry. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive and keep your offense on the field.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. They'll bring Waller in motion here. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here's Tua. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They've been a little up and down in this 1st half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
He's got his man. It's Hill. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Tua to throw again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Tua. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Malik Washington. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Dolphins are on top. It's now 10-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. So we hit halftime here in South Florida. And the Dolphins are in the lead. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. A run with the fullback in goal. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Here's Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's going to look deep for Tyreek, and that is incomplete.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Hopkins sent in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He runs with it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. 3rd and goal for Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Washington now to return it. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Dolphins offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. Play action. Tagovailoa. That's caught downfield by Waddle. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one caught by Waller.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Hill brought in motion. Here's Achane. And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
One more time, it's Achane. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Javon Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins go up by 7. It is now 17-10. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A 1st down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Hill. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll motion over Flowers. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll motion over Flowers. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep, pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Jackson up top again. Flowers with the catch. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because...
And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. all even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. In motion, it's Waddle. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. A run up the middle with Achan. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Achan. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. In motion, it's Waddle. 2 minutes to play in regulation. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
It is 2nd down and 5. In motion, it's Waddle. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. go. It's A-Chain. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. A-Chain. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. They'll run. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a win here for the Dolphins. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick, and they walk away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.